this administration was wild. Let's go! Thank you for joining my YouTube channel. If you're into this channel, make sure you like, subscribe, notification bell, comment on this video, share this video, do what you gotta do to help me grow this channel. I really appreciate the support. Now let's get to the video. Today we're gonna relive through how crazy the Biden/Obama administration was. And the reason why I say Biden/Obama is because you gotta be crazy to think Biden was running anything.
How do you wish like you had a third term? And I used to say, you know what, if I could make an arrangement where I had a stand-in, a front man or front woman, and they had an earpiece in, and I was just in my basement in my sweats looking through the stuff, and then I could sort of deliver the lines, but somebody else was doing all the talking and ceremony. Wow. I'd be fine with that.
Anyways, the next clip I'm gonna play is something that happened. This right here, actually, this video is when I started feeling bad for Joe Biden. This is when I knew that he was not in charge of nothing because of something that happened in the White House. He just got elected president, I think, and Obama got invited to the White House for something. And just watch how everyone treated Obama and how they treated Joe Biden. Just watch. Like it's like it just ignored him and everybody was just talking to Obama. Let's roll the film. It was even worse when they tried getting Obama's attention and Obama just acted like he wasn't even there at all. Like, that's how I knew. That was all the evidence I needed to know that this man ain't running shit. Now, here's this clip from Speaker Johnson talking about how Biden pretty much had no idea what he was signing when it came to executive orders. This is just wild, bro. Just watch.
This is very important. I got some big national security things I need to talk to you about that I've heard and I think you know, and what do we do? But first, real quickly, Mr. President, can I ask you a question? I cannot answer this from my constituents in Louisiana. Sir, why did you pause LNG exports to Europe? Like, I don't understand, you know, liquefied natural gas is in great demand by our allies. Why would you do that? Because you understand, we just talked about Ukraine. You understand you're fueling Vladimir Putin's war machine because they got to get their gas from him, you know. And he looks at me stunned with this, and he said, I didn't do that. And I said, Mr. President, yes, you did. It was an executive order, like, 3 weeks ago. And he goes, no, I didn't do that. And he's arguing with me. I said, Mr. President, respectfully, could I go out here and ask your secretary to print it out? We'll read it together. You definitely did that. And he goes, oh, you talk about natural gas. Yes, sir. He said, no, you misunderstand. He said, what I did is I signed this thing we're gonna conduct a study on the effects of LNG. I said, no, you're not, sir. You paused it. I know. I have the export terminals in my state. I talked to those people this morning. This is doing massive damage to our economy, national security. It occurred to me, Barry, he was not lying to me. He genuinely did not know what he had signed. And I walked out of that meeting with fear and loathing because I thought, we're in serious trouble. Who is running the country? Like, I don't know who put the paper in front of him, but he didn't know.
He had no idea what he was doing at all. Absolutely no idea. At least when Trump does something, we know it's Trump. When Trump tweets something, we know it's Trump tweeting something out. This man had no idea what he was doing. This is not funny. This is actually scary stuff. He can never say the phrase, what's it called? The buck stops with me. He can't ever. Joe Biden cannot use that phrase because the buck never started in the first place. And why the hell did Speaker Johnson not say anything in the first place about this crazy man we had in the White House? Why didn't he say anything until later? These politicians, man. Now I'm going to show you guys some of the weird things about this administration. Man, this administration was weird. And they are the ones that were calling people like me weird. They were calling conservatives weird. They were calling us weird. I'm like, y'all ain't got no room to talk. You're the one who want men and women's sports. You're the ones who want tampons in male restrooms. Like, and I'm the weird one? And it baffled me a lot that there were a lot of people that I respected in my family, some of my friends that supported the Democratic Party. I'm like, ain't y'all seeing what like everybody else is seeing about how crazy these people are? But then I realized is the reason why they're not saying this is because they're all in this echo chamber of CNN and MSNBC that they never show them the weird and deranged part of the Democratic Party. And how I know CNN and MSNBC and all this ABC and all these liberal networks don't show the crazy parts of the Democratic Party is I saw the Greg Gutfeld show. Great, I love that show. I've been watching that show since before Greg became the king of late night. I've been watching that show for years now. I don't think I've ever missed an episode. I don't think so. But anyways, I was watching the Gutfeld show and they showed a clip of this lady from CNN who was supposed to be a journalist, but she had no idea who Sam Brinton was. I have talked about Sam Brinton before. If you don't know who Sam Brinton is, that's probably a good thing.
Here we are again with the morons in CNN. In a segment on Doja's Cut, CNN newswoman Pamela Brown, the hot one on the left, who's supposed to know the news, really showed her ignorance when she didn't know who Sam Brinton is.
The government is trying to claw back several employees who oversaw nuclear weapons.
You talk about nuclear secrets. You had a person who was in charge of nuclear secrets, a man who dressed up as a woman, would go into the airport and steal women's luggage, was overseeing those nuclear secrets under the Biden administration. And I never heard y'all say a peep about that. Again, man.
I don't know anything about that. I'll be transparent.
Elon Musk, you need to look it up.
She had no idea who Sam Brinton is. And she's a so-called journalist on CNN. I'm just some Negro on YouTube and I know who this person is. But you're on CNN, a major news network, and you don't even know who this person is. Man, I think that's on purpose too. It's on purpose because they don't want their audience to know how crazy the Biden administration was. Because if some people in my family who support the Democratic Party, if they saw this individual, my family's African, they are not going to be down with the Democratic Party. And if you don't know who Sam Brinton is this weird individual who worked for the Biden administration, Secretary of like nuclear waste or something like that. And this person, I'm just gonna let Greg explain this person.
If you're a news anchor at CNN, I guess you overlooked anything that revealed the incompetence and sheer insanity of the Biden administration, including a cross-dressing kleptomaniac Biden administration nuclear official, a nuclear official. Roll a montage on Sam Brinton. Sam Brinton, one of Biden's first non-binary officials, still has a job, but he's on leave, or them's on leave, whatever, after allegedly stealing a woman's suitcase from baggage claim. Biden administration official and part-time Sinead O'Connor impersonator Sam Brinton allegedly wheeling a stolen suitcase through the Las Vegas airport. A non-binary Baldy was named Assistant Secretary of Spent Fuel Disposition, handling the nation's nuclear waste disposal. But after looking at him, the only part of that title that fits is secretary. Former federal government official Sam Brinton has been fired after multiple arrests for swiping luggage at airports. Police say if you recognize the clothes Brinton wore as your own, get a new stylist.
How did this individual get a job in the White House in the first place? That's ridiculous. If somebody show up to get a job at a job interview dressed like this individual, I mean, you ain't going for a job in maybe if you're trying to work in Hot Topic or Spencer's or Adam and Eve, something like that. Maybe a place like that. But at the White House for a president, come on, man. This individual was pretty much going into airports, stalking women, seeing what they wear, and going, I like her way of dressing. You know what? I'm gonna steal her luggage, and I'm gonna steal her luggage. And I'm gonna wear clothes to fancy dinners and red carpet events and stuff like that. What in the White House hired this person? Number one, like as soon as this person showed up for the interview, you should already know this motherfucker crazy. I mean, my goodness, whenever you think of the White House or anybody who works at the White House, you always think of what? Suit and tie. That's all you think of. When you think of an individual who works in the White House, you always think of suit and tie, someone who dressed classy. Not this. What are we in the Hunger Games? The hell is this? No wonder Joe Biden came out during Easter Sunday and called it, Trans Visibility Day or something like that. Like we can't see them, like we can't actually see trans people. I mean, like we can't see them from like a mile away. We can see the Adam's apple from. And speaking of trans, we can't leave out, Mrs. Rachel Levine. We can't leave that person out. This person right here was the health secretary. This person used to be Richard. And these Democrats are running around saying, oh my goodness, we cannot have RFK as the health secretary or whatever. We can't do that. But they were cool with this individual. This individual was pushing puberty blockers for kids. This person decided to change the transition later in life, not as a child. Later in life, but this person is pushing puberty blockers for children. How sick is that? This was the person the Biden administration thought it was a good idea, an activist, a trans activist, to be in the health department. Come on, y'all. Come on. And they actually made this person an admiral in the Navy. That's one of the reasons why I got the hell out of the military anyways, because of like this. And you got black people mad because your DEI programs are getting taken away by companies, and they're shutting down the DEI programs and all this other crazy stuff. And black people out here, oh, we're gonna boycott Target, we're gonna boycott Walmart, we're gonna boycott all these things. Well, that's probably good for Walmart because and Target, because things are not gonna get stolen. I'm just kidding. But DEI was not made for black people. It wasn't made for black people at all. It was made for people like this. People like this. Because we live in a world, like, the color of your skin does not really matter in America as you guys think. It doesn't. It doesn't. The color that matters is green. If you're a black person and you're going to make more money for a white person than a white person, you're getting hired. You're getting hired. Why the hell do you think the NBA is full with black guys? Because the black guys are better than the white guys. That's just a fact. That's just a fact. The black guys are bringing more money. The NBA, NFL, that's what's happening. If it was really about race or whatever, guess what? They didn't bring it. It would be all white people in the freaking NBA. Mediocre basketball being played. And the only time DEI works for a black person is if
you are gay.
Anyways, guys, that's the end of the video. If you guys like this video, make sure you like, subscribe, notification bell, comment on this video, share this video, do what you gotta do to help me grow this channel. I really appreciate the support, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Anyway.